You need to be strong in your faith and know what is right for you and not let those worldly desires / worldly laws get in the way of that. That's at least how I picture it.
Hold up.
Hello my beautiful family, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you have joined me for another verse of the day. And if you're new, I'm also so glad you're here. It's so nice to meet you, and it would make me so happy if you gave this video a thumbs up and subscribe so I can see you on Wednesday when I film another video. So I wanted to change it up a bit, change up the background, because you know, it gets boring being the same, plus I love doing fancy fonts. So we have the quote in which I found the verse from for today up, so that's super exciting. But before we get started, as always, I have shout outs for you guys, because you guys rock, you're awesome. From Instagram, we have Tania Williams. From Twitter, we have SteezyXRubin. From YouTube, we have Perfectly Preppy. Thank you guys so much for everything you do, all the support you give me, and thank you so much for everyone who watches this video and just gives me all the support in the world. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. Today's verse is Galatians 5:16. So I say, let the Holy Spirit guide your lives. Then you won't be doing what your sinful nature craves. I found that verse through this quote, which was, walk by the Spirit and you will not gratify the desire of the flesh. Let's talk about walk by the Spirit. And this is, so walking, which is in the way, it can be the way you carry yourself, it can be in the direction you're going, it can be what you choose to follow. And in this verse, it is saying walk with the stature that you are sharing Jesus' word and you're living by his commandments, and walking through life following his commandments, what he wants you to do, and walking on the path that he has set out for you. In the verse, when it says your sinful desires, I think first off of worldly desires, obviously. Not saying everything on this earth is bad, or like what you want from earth isn't bad. It's kind of just peer pressure maybe, or things society's doing that wouldn't be right under God's law, or wouldn't be right under the word that you are reading currently. There are things in this world and things that leaders of the country or like certain leader figures in your life or in the world will go against or contradict what you believe. And you need to be strong in your faith and know what is right for you and not let those worldly desires / worldly laws get in the way of that. That's at least how I picture it. And I guess kind of also just knowing that everything on this earth right now that you receive is temporary, and your salvation and your faith is everlasting, and your relationship with God is everlasting. So kind of just not letting those things get in the way. And I'm not saying to not live life to the fullest and get everything that you desire, but in a way where it doesn't get in the way of your relationship with Jesus, and in your heart you know what's right. So obviously you want to reward yourself, you want to kind of with materialistic things, like you want to go out and buy everything that you want to buy, but always make sure that that's not something that's taking up space where God should be, or like where your relationship with God should be. Just as the verse says, let the Holy Spirit guide your lives. This is another one with like people in your life, mentors, certain people who may not have the same beliefs as you, or they may tell you a certain way to live your life, and they might guide you in a certain path in your life that isn't the right one. So just always keeping in your mind and in your heart that the Holy Spirit's path is the one you should be taking. And I'm never saying that you should never take mentorship from anyone, that you shouldn't listen to people, but it's kind of all in balance and kind of all in an equal proportion with each other, and knowing that in the end, God's way and your relationship with God comes first. That's how I feel, at least. Like when I'm getting mentorship from a teacher, a parent, or like an adult or something with something big in my life, ultimately, first I've already prayed about it, and then I will take it to them because maybe they've lived through it, what I'm gonna try to go through. And when they are talking to me about it, I'm always thinking about like certain scriptures I've been reading, or if God's answered my prayer already, I kind of like compare or like think about them, and if they line up, then I know that God is obviously speaking through this person to help guide me, and kind of just taking advice wisely, I guess. So I kind of went on a tangent like I always do, but going into this week, I just want you to have an amazing week, and just remember to live life in the way of the Holy Spirit, and always keeping your relationship with God in your mind and praying to Him if you're having any issues. And my finals week is this week, so if you guys are going through finals, then I pray you do amazing, because I know you've worked hard for it. And like I said last week, your grades do not define you, they do not define your worth or who you are as a person, and just remember that. And I hope you have a great week, and as always, I will see your beautiful face on Wednesday.